Alright folks, so what is up? This is One Big Bugga and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're just continuing on with our career today and well, I got 135,000 euros. I am surprised. Oh, I forgot to put that mod back. I really want to do that. Provided it's still here. Yep. Yep, you get put in. Yeah, you know what? We'll let you load. Uh, We'll let you load last. Actually, I can just do that and put it down the bottom. All right. So I have painted trucks and traffic mod. And fortunately, it didn't kick me back to my... So, the problem is not with Jazzy Cat's mod. The problem is a confliction. Jazzy Cat, I love his mods. As you can see, I have his bus, I have his trick, I have his traffic mod, his trailer mods, all of that. I love all of his mods. It's just that when it comes to a choice between having painted trucks and traffic, towing trailers, or making my driving experience more fun by making the map better and bigger, well, I'm going to take the map. Oh, no, not a quick job. We are not doing a quick job. I wanted to take a quick run to here. And that was like way back here, wasn't it? As a matter of fact, yeah, we were going to take the tank. So let's go pick that up. And we only just rested, so we should be fine. Well, yesterday I was really tired because I was recording late. Well, today I'm recording earlier. But I still may be off a little bit more than normal. Just because I worked extra hard today. I did a lot of extra weed eating that I didn't expect to do, just to be honest with you. And my body is sore because of it. My mind is tired because of it. I did quite a lot of clearing today, and I did it more than once. I did the work twice. So yeah, I'm extra sore, extra tired. So if I'm a little bit more off, I'm a little bit more off. I was going to do a World of Warships vid. I still might, I'm not sure. But, hello, boss. The reason I actually just cut out and I scrapped the video is because I felt it was boring. The more I sat down and thought about it, the more I thought I was doing a poor job. I wasn't making it interesting, and that it would have just been boring. So I scrapped that, and I'm going through ideas again. I have lots of ideas. It's just a matter of making them interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we want the tanker job. Just because I want to drive around the rest of Iceland, honestly. So this is going to be a one-trip video, most likely. Go. All right. Oops. It's not a particularly heavy trailer, but you know. Yeah, I've actually cleared out a very impressive swath of area uh, today. I really did. I did a small area down in the back of the backyard. I really don't want to hit that sign, but there's no way to avoid it. Oh well. Um, and then I was just going to leave it because it had started raining and, it was wet out. And I just didn't feel like, oh boy, here comes one of those rotaries. This is going to prove interesting. I have to take this slow, regardless of if I want to or not. Not terrible. This isn't one of the biggest trailers, I can tell. It's not one of the longest, but it's still pretty long. But anyways, so I was just going to leave it at that. I did a swath down in the lower part of the backyard, down by the neighbors, and then I came up and I cleared out around my personal bathroom and around the clothesline and washing machine again because it was starting to overgrow again already. And I was just going to leave it at that. I had done an impressive amount of work. I was happy. Well, apparently, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. Well, just call him Uncle Ray. He's the brother of my mother-in-law's former husband. He passed away. I think it was 7 years ago. And he came and actually was doing a bunch of weed-eating work, taking down a lot of the tall grass. My sister-in-law, Jody, was doing it earlier today, and it's hard work for her, It is, and she, plugs away at it when she does it. She does a really good job. But I had realized that my uncle came, and for some reason that motivated me to weed eat again. So I went outside, I took my dogs out, walked them around, brought them back into the house, and then I grabbed my weed eater, put some gas in it, and went to work again. And I cut out a very sizable swath in the front yard where we typically park the cars. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I left my keys in my car. Well, that's alright. Nobody's going to steal it, I don't think. Not in this neighborhood anyways. And I'll just go out when I'm done with this video. When I start uploading, I gotta take my dogs out to the bathroom one more time. And when I do, I'll just grab my keys out of my car. These rotaries, man, I'm telling you. Because of that, like I said, I'm really sore right now. And I took some ibuprofen, and without thinking, I took it directly with my metformin. My metformin can be a stomach irritant, so you're supposed to take it with a meal or close to a meal. And and ibuprofen is also can upset the stomach and be harsh on the stomach. So my stomach's a little sick right now, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I did all of that work and I wasn't sore till after I was done. And it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain kind of sore. It was like a workout sore. My muscles were stiff. They were tired, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. You know, when I first started weed eating, I could only go for about 10 minutes, maybe. Um, I go for about 10 minutes. Really don't need my high beams in here. Maybe 15, and I'd have to sit down because my back would be killing me. Um, you know, well, whatever. Take your fine and shove it. My back would be killing me, my shoulders would be killing me, my legs would be killing me. Not anymore. No, not anymore. Now you know, the way I do things, my back really doesn't hurt that much. My legs don't hurt too much. But today I pushed it. Are you serious? Toll road here? Where the... Um... Issue? What's the issue here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And now I can't go through. You know, maybe I can get through the other side. Really? What the hell am I hung up on? There's nothing even there. There we go. Alright. Crisis averted. That was annoying. I think the top of the tank was getting caught on the sign. Nope. So yeah, I haven't gone and gotten Truck Sim Map either, so there's that as well. So yeah, I did, like I said, play World of Warships. I have so many ideas for videos, I just don't know if I can make it all work. I really don't. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to make it work. Other than that, I don't have much to talk about today. I didn't do much. Got up, took my dogs out, went back to sleep, got up again, took my dogs out, had breakfast, sat down, watched YouTube, played some games, took my dogs back out, did all that weed eating, came back in, sat down, played more games, took my dogs out again, realized somebody was weed eating, and did weeding. I did talk to my father today, and An interesting thing I kind of noticed. My father and I were talking about cars. We're talking about things he owned them in the past, cars that I've owned, and we just kind of talk back and forth. And one thing I noticed about me and my dad, although my dad can still say things that irk me and upset me, um, he doesn't say them in malice, so I kind of take them on the chin and just keep going. Because to me, at this point, it's like, well, that's just my dad. I probably say things and do things that he's not happy with. So, but we've become friends as well as father and son. We talk about cars, we talk about past, we talk about Florida and Hawaii, how the weather's the same in many ways, and complain about the rain with each other and all kinds of things. And it's really nice when he calls, especially seeing how my mother hasn't been able to be online or call me for quite some time now, because when she moved, she hadn't paid for a cable bill, thinking, oh well, I don't have to worry. Where I'm going, everything's going to be included. But I guess things didn't work out the way she was thinking. And so now she hasn't been online in a while, and I miss talking to her. I look forward to the times of talking with her, and I really look forward to the times of talking with my dad. So, it's tough. It adds to that level of loneliness that I talked about yesterday that I'm going to try really not to let affect me right now. Let's see. Really not much else to talk about. Saturday is going to be a good but tough day for me. Because that's when my dogs are going to get fixed. And, I've mentioned how difficult it's going to be. So it's one of those things. I'm looking forward to it because for me, I've made it. You know what I'm saying? The vet was telling me that, my dog Bella, my female, who I thought was only about 4 months old, was in reality closer to 6 or 6 months old because she had all of her adult teeth. And I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of something. I'll tell you in a minute. And she could, come into heat at any time now. Whoa! Wow, that was terrible of me. Wonder how badly I just fucked up my trailer. Oh, damn, man. Damn. Oops. Wrong one. F5, F6, F7. 1%. Alright, that's not terrible. Only 1% damage to trailer. I don't know really what happened there. Oh, stop that. Damn it, keep pressing the wrong one. I guess I went to pass the truck, just didn't see the corner, and ended up running off the road. Fortunately, I only did 3% damage to my truck and 1% to the trailer. That could have been a lot worse. Well, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't screw up somewhere along the line, whether it be not taking the correct route, driving past where I'm supposed to go, or doing something insanely stupid like that. It wouldn't be one of my videos. So anyways, yeah, I was saying I made it. I made it the 2 months, June and July. Well, yeah, I made it all the way through June, July, and August without her coming into heat, and ergo ending up with a pregnant female dog. And a bunch of puppies that I'd have to take care of. Now, to be fair, I probably could easily get a lot of help taking care of the puppies. My sister-in-law is really good at taking care of animals, and she loves taking care of puppies and chickens, you know, when they're small and all. She's really good with animals, and I really, 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 you know, would appreciate her help, and I probably would have gotten it no problem. She would have helped me no problem. Hey, that could have been me. Oh, shut up. I really got to start paying attention for that more. I'd actually like to do some runs where I don't get a speeding ticket. So getting, you know, even if she did get pregnant, it wouldn't have been the most horrible thing, but I'm okay with not. I do feel bad about doing this to Koa though, just because he is older. He's not old. I don't know how old he is for sure. I keep saying he's around 5, but he could be older. He could even be 6 or 7. I don't know how old he is for sure. I didn't keep track. But, you know, people say, well, getting them fixed, you know, they take out some of the aggression. He's not that bad. Take out marking territory. Okay, yeah, he does that, but outside. He rarely goes inside. The only time he goes inside is when I screw up and don't take him out in time. So there is that, you know. Could have gone for gas. I think I'm going to risk not. Garage that I could stop at and get fixed, but it's only 4%. It's not that bad. But my little girl, Bella, is a pretty church. Oh! 1,500 down the tank. Whatever. But now, when I place out a puppy pad for her, I put down one for nighttime. When I'm up and sitting in my chair, I'll be sitting here, and suddenly I'll hear behind me. I'll either hear, you know, she'll whine. She'll give me a little whine, or she'll start growling a little bit. And what she's doing is trying to get, of course, get my attention. And she's trying to get my attention because she wants to let me know, hey, I've made a mess. Go clean it up. I'm serious. I guess she's real, you know, seen me picking up her mess in the house from the puppy pad. Like, I'm just gonna say it. If she makes doo doo on it, uh, you know, I pick it up with a paper towel and throw it in the trash because the puppy pad is actually still okay. But now she takes the puppy pad and she like scratches it up in a ball around her mess and then whines at me to go and pick it up. She's trying to help. She's really smart and incredibly agile for a little dog. Like I said, she can jump from the floor straight up onto my chest. No problem. She can jump from the bed across a little gap onto my chest. No problem. You know, she's immensely agile. And oh man, we're almost there, I think, or at least we should be pretty close. Look how beautiful this is. It's almost like a glacier out there, man. It's pretty amazing. Look at that reflection. Just how pretty this. I know I'm going over the center line for now. It's alright. There's nothing coming. This is just pretty intense. But oh, something about World of Warships real quick is I was really looking forward to the patch coming out sometime today. Today being the 27th. Nope. Patch isn't coming out today. That was a horrible corner, wasn't it? Patch is not coming out today. It's delayed. There was an issue, and of course they don't tell you what the issue was or is. And so it's been delayed, and they're hoping to fix it as quickly as possible, and we'll let you know with another announcement when the patch is coming out. Oh, fucking wonderful. So that means everyone, that was looking forward to it is getting screwed over. The universal matchmaking for carriers, not happening yet. The nerf to the Minakaze, not happening yet. I don't think the Minakaze needs a nerf, honestly. People would just complain too much. The problem behind the Minakaze a lot of people complain about is it can launch torpedoes from up to 10 kilometers away. But you can't see it unless you are within 5.5 kilometers of it. So it's got a big window where it can just sit outside detection range and launch torpedoes at you every day. But it's not the only cruiser that has that. The next level from the Minakaze up, and I forget what name it is. I think I will stop for fuel here. Just want to play this a little safe. On second thought, let's play it risky. Because unless I want to drop my trailer on the street, that ain't happening. I still get over quarter tank. We're good. Let's try and play this properly so I don't swerve all over the place. Especially if there's a truck coming the other way. Alright, I downshifted a little too far there, obviously. I've been upbeat to this point, but I've got to talk about this. This is something that's been bothering me for a little while now, and I haven't been able to shake it. Maybe getting it out, maybe talking about it will help. So I'm just going to tell you straight up right now. If you don't want to deal with another depression talk from me, you can stop the video at this point. I don't know how much further we have to go. I'm not going to check, but this is just something that's been going on in my head over and over and over, and I want to talk about it and get it out. For whatever reason, I can't get the scenario. I was fine for a while, but until recently, I cannot get the scenario of waking up and finding my wife rolled off the bed and that she had passed away out of my head. And it is so upsetting and it is so difficult to deal with. It just won't go away. I wasn't having this issue in June, dealing with her funeral and everything. I wasn't having this issue in July, and I wasn't having it through most of August. It's just been the past couple weeks this has started. I keep seeing in my head, and I keep thinking about waking up and finding her, that she had died in the night, and everything that goes with that. I don't know why. I keep thinking that, that she had passed away within 4 hours of me going to sleep and waking up. I keep thinking about waking up and seeing her on the floor and sitting there wondering why she had rolled onto the floor, because when I woke up and saw her, she looked like she had purposely rolled onto the floor. Hey, cattle guard. It looked like she had purposely rolled onto the floor and fell asleep like that on purpose. And when I sat there looking at her and trying to figure out why um, she had done this, you know, why did she roll onto the floor like that? And then, for some reason, my orbitals got shut off. Whatever. And then, looking at her face and seeing it looking more ashen than normal, and then noticing that her lips had turned blue. And the rising horror that came with that, just the absolute fear and terror that came with seeing her like that and realizing what had happened and knowing, I mean, it went through my head. This could have happened at any time from when I fell asleep to when I woke up, which meant, you know, her lips already blue. There was no bringing her back. I couldn't, I wouldn't be able to revive her. It just keeps playing in my head. I put my hand on her shoulder, and she still, because her blanket was wrapped around her, she still felt warm. So either she had passed recently or the blanket had done very well in holding her body heat. She wasn't cold. And I shook her and I called her name. She didn't respond. I shook her again, called her name. Still didn't respond. Wow, that's a bad corner. I shook her a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time, each time raising my voice and calling to her. I knew by the time I shook her the second time that she was gone, because it never took more than me saying her name to wake her up. And I knew, but I kept trying to wake her up anyways. But of course, none of it mattered. She wasn't going to wake up ever again. And then, not knowing what else to do, I got up, opened the door to my room, and I just called out, you know, called out to my mother-in-law, said, "Noonie," and I heard her say, "What? What's the matter?" And I told her, "Joy died." And that's when everything broke loose. My sister-in-law had come into the room hearing My mother-in-law had come running in to check. And I didn't come back into the room the entire time. From when I opened the door and called my mother-in-law till they took her away. Till they took her away in the van. I did not. There's fuel over here. I'm gonna go get some. This one looks a lot easier to get into and out of. Even if I do have to make a ridiculous turn to get out. I just couldn't come back in here. I tried a couple times. I stopped at the door and saw her body, and that was it. I turned around and I went back out. We're almost at our destination anyways. But I turned around, I saw her body, and I just walked back out. And I called my nephew. I called my nephew, I called my brother-in-law, her brother, and my brother-in-law thought when I called, the first thing he thought is something happened to his mother. When I told him about Joy, man, he was so in shock. He and Joy have always been really extra close. And I cried a little bit here and there. I broke down a little bit here and there. But it wasn't until much later in the day. It really wasn't until much later in the day. I don't know what time it was. I don't remember if it was dark or if it was still light out. But it was hours. Okay, seriously? What the hell's going on? I have a red arrow. That's different. I think I had been in shock and denial that entire time. And then finally it hit, you know. And I broke. And I cried like I cried in a way that I hadn't done in years. Since long before I even met Joy. I cried so hard. It was so difficult. Boy, another train. Guess what we probably won't be towing? just get this into place. We're good. Yeah, we're gonna have that 1.4% damage, but that's fine. We don't level up, but it's fine as well. We need to find a place to rest and a garage, preferably. Let's see if there's one where I'm at. Yeah, there is. So it's actually considerable ways through the intersection, past this question mark, which would be nice, and then yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. But yeah, I really hadn't cried like that in a very, very long time. And of all people to come in and comfort me, it was my brother-in-law who did. And it meant a lot to me. Although, since that happened, and since everything's been done with the funeral, and since everything's been done with everything else, neither my brother-in-law nor my nephew have really come back. And that kind of ticks me off, if I'm to be honest with you. It really does. It's like, okay, the funeral pile, everything's returning to what semblance of normal we can get out of it, and you can't bother yourself to come back and visit your mother, your sister, your little baby cousin. And my nephew can't bother to come to see his grandmother, his aunties and uncles. I mean, he came once and he stayed for less than 24 hours. Screw you. But at least he came back. My brother-in-law, he hasn't come back even really to visit. He's come back to get something or to do something. And that's it. Right. Recruitment agency. Alright. Look at it, just over the sidewalk. And crash. Wow. I'm stuck on the corner. Oh, come on, really? There we go. So it's even hard for the AI to navigate through this traffic, through these roads, and that's with a normal trailer. I'm kind of happy to see that. Well, you gotta wonder where the hell this truck's delivering this stuff to. I don't know. Garage is up further. Going. Going. I'm surprised I don't get airborne. Okay, here we are. Stop short. Why not? Enter. Service. Ah, sure, 4,000. Still ahead, though. That's the amazing part. Well, let's rest first. Getting gear already. Okay. Let's get our rest. And then see what we're towing tomorrow. Freight market. We are here. The train is 80 tons this time, not 62. 80 tons. Right. Ooh. That's again a long haul right there. And planks. Oh, that goes like way up north here. I wouldn't mind that run. I could do like from here to here is one, and then I'd have to ferry and then ferry, and then from here to wherever, and then here, and then finally that stretch. Not really interested in an 80-ton train right now. The 11-ton crusher is not a bad haul. Let's see what other trailers we have. 65 ton. No, no, not with this engine. Let me get up to like 500 horsepower, and then I'll. That's kind of an awkward one. That's not a bad one either. The 70-ton bulldozer. Oh boy. The wall planks trailer is interesting, but again, that's a little bit of an odd one. I have a mod that increases the weight of some trailers. None of these are truly interesting, and of course, trips are getting shorter. The house, and that pretty much I'm delivering here. It seems like one of the most fun ones is going to be the planks heading up north there where I haven't been before. That doesn't seem bad at all. Once I get up to at least 500 horsepower, then I'll start looking into the 80 and 70-ton trailers. But until then, no. We already did 62 tons and struggled under that. Okay, we need more horsepower before we do any more. So we'll probably end up taking the planks, I would think. Anyways, for those of you that didn't stop the game right away, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Uh, it meant a lot to me to talk about that and try and get it off my chest. Now, hopefully, it'll start working its way out of my head rather than being stuck and staying in my head. Uh, so anyone who was upset or disturbed by that, who continued to stay, though, again, thank you, and to everyone that's still watching, I'm sorry that I talked about that. I know a lot of you are going to say it's okay, and I appreciate it, but I'm still sorry. I want to keep my videos more to the upbeat side, but I don't. I was supposed to see a therapist yesterday, but I didn't go because I wasn't taking my dogs downtown. I was supposed to go down yesterday to get them fixed and see a therapist while I was down there because I didn't take them down. I didn't go to the therapist because that would have been extra gas that I didn't have. So, yeah. All that being said, my appointment was switched to something like September 6th. But this vision has been haunting me for so long, and I already feel a little bit of relief talking about it. So maybe it'll start fading and going away. At least, I'm pretty sure I'll always remember it to some degree, but at least it'll get out of my head from being constantly